ગુડ મોર્નિંગ ફ્રેન્ડ્સ. આજે આ વિડિયો લેક્ચરની અંદર આપણે સ્ટડી કરીશું ઇમ્પ્રુવિંગ સર્વિસ ક્વોલિટી એન્ડ પ્રોડક્ટિવિટી. Overview of this chapter that include first topic integrating service quality and productivity strategy. Second, what is service quality? Third, the most MP topic gap model as far as our examination is concerned. Fourth, measuring and improving service quality. Fifth, defining and measuring productivity. And last, improving service productivity. So first of all we start with integrating service quality and productivity strategy. Integrating service quality and productivity strategy, quality and productivity are twin path to creating value for both customer and companies. We know that very well. Quality and productivity are two sides of one coin through which organization is able to create a value for both customer as well as for company. Quality focus on the benefit created for customer, while productivity address a financial cost incurred by the firm for the purpose of creating quality. Right? Importance of productivity: keep cost down to improve profit and reduce price. Uh, where the productivity focus, it focus on uh, cost reduction and price reduction for the purpose of improving profit. Second thing, enable firm to spend more on improving customer services and supplementary services. Secure firm's future through increased spending on research and development. May impact service experience. Marketer must work to minimize negative effect, promote positive effect. Next, what is service quality? A different perspective of service quality is given here. First, transcendent, quality is equal to excellence. You can say quality and excellency both are same. Recognized only through experience. Product based perspective, we can find quality is a precise and measurable according to product product perspective. Users perspective, quality lie in the eye of beholder. It means quality is depend on the user. Next, manufacturer base or manufacturer's perspective, quality is a conformation to the firm's developed specification or standard. According to the perspective of manufacturer, we can say quality is standard, right? And value based, quality is trade off between price and value. It is comparison between price and value or benefit which is created by product or services. A component of quality manufactured base. Here we are taking the base of manufacturer, that include performance, primary operating characteristic of services, it is called quality. Feature, that include bells and whistle. Next, reliability, probability of malfunctioning or failure. Conformation, ability to meet specification. Durability, how long product or service continue to provide a value to the customer. Serviceability, speedy, courtesy and competence in serviceability. Aesthetics, how product appear to user. And perceived quality, it is called association such as brand name, tag, logos. Tangible, service based, a component of quality is service based, that include tangible, appear of physical element, it is called tangible based. Reliability, dependable and accurate performance. Responsiveness, prompt and helpfulness. Assurance, competence, courtesy, credibility, security, etc. Empathy, that include easy access, good communication, understanding of customer, etc. Capturing the customer perspective of service quality. SurveyQL model, survey research instrument based on premise that customer evaluate firm's service quality by comparing their perception of service actually received and their prior expectations from companies in particular industry. It means here customer just try to compare their expectation with actually he or she receive. Poor quality, if perceived performance rating is less than their expectation, and good quality if their perceived performance rating is higher than expectation. Capturing the customer's perspective of service quality as SurveyQL are developed primarily in context of face-to-face encounter. Scale contain 22 items reflecting 5 dimensions of service quality. Subsequent research has highlighted some limitation of SurveyQL. See Research Insight 14.1 measuring e-service quality. How customer might evaluate online business. 7 dimensions of SurveyQL, right? Accessibility. Here the example of online business is given, right? That include accessibility. First one is site easily found. Navigation, how easy is to move around the site. Third, design and presentation, image projected from site. Next, content and purpose, the content and site purpose of site is proper. Currency, currency and accuracy. Next, responsiveness, forms propensity to respond to email, chat room, etc. Interactive, customized and personalized. And last one is reputation and security. Other consideration in service quality measurement include, in uncompetitive market or in a situation where customer do not have a free choice, research should be used, need or want as a comparison standard. Time constraint, service is high in credence characteristic may cause a consumer to use process factor and tangible clue as a proxy to evaluate quality. Halo effect is there. Process factor that include customer feeling. Our next topic, gap model, a conceptual tool to identify the correct service quality problem. Here the gap model is used for the purpose of detecting defect in our services. We are able to identify the problem in our service quality through the way of by using gap model. Here 7 service quality gap is shown in this figure. A first gap, it is called knowledge gap, right? Customer need and expectation and management identification of this need. The gap number 1, customer expectation is differ and the management understand this need or expectation in a differ way, and those gap it is known as knowledge gap. Second, management definition of this need and translation into design delivery aspect, it is called standard gap. We want to define the product in a specific way, but we are unable to define the product in those way, it is called standard gap. Of third one, delivery gap, where the gap between translation into design delivery space and the execution of design and delivery space. Fourth gap, it is called internal communication gap, which occurred in organization where we are just try to communicate in a wrong way. Then after fifth gap, it is called perception gap, where customer perception of service execution, it means service is proper but the how the service is perceived by customer is in a wrong way, right? It is called perception gap. And last, sixth, interpretation gap, where advertising and sales promotion made by company, it is wrongly perceived or interpreted by customer, it is called interpretation gap. And last one is service gap, it is called a gap between fifth gap and second sixth gap, it is called service gap. Customer experience relative to expectation, it means overall customer feel that overall expectations are not still met, it is called service gap. You just go through it. Here we define the 7 type of gap: delivery gap, internal communication gap, percentage gap, perception gap, interpretation gap, and service gap. Right. Measuring and improving service quality. There are 2 type of measure are there. One is hard measure and second one is soft measure for the purpose of measuring service quality. Soft measure include not easily observed, must be collected by talking to customer, employee, and other. Right. It is identified. Soft measure is identified through the way of discussing long-term discussion with your customer, with your employee, and related party. Provide direction, guidance, and feedback to employee on way to achieve customer satisfaction. Can be quantified by measuring customer perception and belief. For example, surveys and customer advisory panel. These are used for the purpose of identifying soft measure. But in hard measure can be found in services, and it can be counted, timed, or measured through audit. That include typical operational processes or outcomes, standard offense set with reference to percentage of action on which a particular measure is achieved. Control chart are useful for displaying performance over time against specific quality standard. Here soft quality measure is given. Key customer centric soft quality measure include total market survey, annual survey, transactional survey, service feedback card, mystery shopping, analysis of unsolicited feedback, etc. These are the soft quality measure instrument. Ongoing survey of account holder to determine satisfaction in terms of broader relationship issue. Customer advisory panel offer feedback, advice on performance. Employee survey and panel to determine perception of service quality, of service delivery to customer on a specific dimension, barrier to better services, suggestion for improvement. These are the method used for soft measure. Hard measure of service quality include control chart to monitor single variable and service quality index. Right. Here company can utilize process under or out of control, process control chart for the purpose of measuring quality. Right. It is also discussed in our earlier semester 2 production and operation management control chart, where upper limit is given and lower limit is given, and the central limit is given for the purpose of maintaining quality. Here best example is given of FedEx service delivery, and how they are trying to measure the service quality. That include weighted factor is given, late delivery, right day 1, late delivery wrong day 5, tracing request unanswered 1, complaint response 5, missing proof of delivery 1, invoice adjustment 1, missed pickup 10, lost package 10, damage of package 10, aircraft delay minute 5, overcharge package missing label 5, abandoned calls 1. It is weighted factor and number of time it happened, it is called daily point, and total failure point is calculated through this method. Right. There are many hard measure used, that include fishbone diagram is there, where it is called cause and effect, It is also this hard measure. It is uh, it has been discussed in our production and operation management in second semester. You just go through the PPT of last year for the purpose of further reference. Pareto chart is given, blueprinting is given. Blueprinting is most MP topic as far as our examination is concerned. It is also we have considered this blueprinting in our earlier chapter in this service marketing. Next, total quality management. ISO 9000, Melco bridge model applied to services, Six Sigma, right? Continuous improvement, where you are just trying to produce 3.4 defect per million of opportunity, million of product. It is called Six Sigma, right? So these are the hard measure. It is fishbone or Pareto chart. That include you can identify the example of flat departure, right? Cause and effect diagram is given. Next, case analysis of cause and effect departure. Blueprinting is given. Despite sequence of front stage interaction experience by customer plus supporting backstage activity used to identify potential fault point where failure are most likely to appear, show how failure at one point may have a rapid effect on later. Manager can identify points which need urgent attention, important first step in preventing service quality problem, right? It means here you just try to identify, you just try to create a whole plan, a whole picture for your service delivery process. You just try to identify all the fail point in advance, and in those way you are just try to control quality. So it is called blueprinting. Six Sigma methodology to improve and redesign service processes, that includes process improvement and process design. um, it is called redesigning. First, defining, identify the problem, define requirement, set goal. Process design include identify specific or broader problem, define goal, change vision, measure, analyze, improve and control. You just go through it. Total quality management in service context is here 12 critical dimension is given for implementing total quality management. That include first one, visionary leadership and the commitment of top level management is mandatory for the purpose of implementing total quality management. Proper human resource management are required. Technical system include service process designing, process management also require. Information and analysis system is required. Benchmarking, it is called standard is required. Continuous improvement is required. Customer focus targeting is also required. Employee satisfaction is mandatory. Union intervention and employee relation, it must be there for the purpose of implementing QM. Social responsibility is there, service gap is there, and service culture is mandatory for implementing total quality management. Return on quality, R on return on quality, ROQ. Excess cost and benefit of quality initiative. ROQ approach is based on four assumptions. Quality is an investment, positive investment. Quality efforts must be financially accountable. It is possible to spend too much on quality. Not all quality expenditure are equally valid. So here ROQ is based on these four assumptions. How it is implemented? Quality improvement efforts may benefit from being related to productivity improvement program, and it is to determine feasibility of a new quality improvement efforts, determine cost, and then related to anticipate customer response. So it is ROQ is one type of positive investment where company can company can invest lot of thing or lot of investment, lot of capital behind a quality improvement, and it can generate a fruitful result out of it, right? When does improving service reliability become uneconomical? The graph suggests a small cost, large investment, large cost, small improvement, right? The point, service reliability. When the customer are first, here three condition is given. First condition, safety, satisfy target customer through service delivery as planned, obtain optimal point of reliability, cost of failure is equal to service recovery, satisfy target customer through service recovery. Means up to when you can invest into quality, up to when the cost of failure is equal to service recovery, you can invest. Defining a last topic, defining measuring productivity. First of all, what do you mean by productivity? Productivity is a ratio of output and input. What sort of input you are just trying to provide, and what amount of output you are able to produce. The ratio of input and output, it is called productivity in service context. Productivity measure amount of output produced related to amount of input used. Improvement in productivity means an improvement in the ratio of output to input. Intangible nature of many services element make it hard to measure the productivity of service form, especially for information based services, right? It means you are not able to measure the productivity of those company, those service oriented form where the input and output is in soft form, like information based services. A service efficiency, productivity and effectiveness. Here three concept is given. First one is efficiency. It involves comparison to the standard, usually time based. For example, how long employee takes to perform specific task. It is based on time. How time, which is how much time taken by employee for the purpose of delivering services. It is called efficiency. Productivity include ratio of input output, and effectiveness, it means degree to which firm meet goal. It means you are how up to what extent you are able to deliver the product, at what extent you are able to deliver the quality. It is called effectiveness. Measuring service productivity, variability is a major problem. Traditional measure of service output tend to ignore variability in service in a quality or value of services. It focus on output rather than outcome. Stress efficiency but not effectiveness. Firm that consistently deliver output desired by customer can command higher price. Loyal customer are more profitable. Measure with customer are dimensional. Denominator include first profitability by customer, capital employed by customer per customer, shareholder equity per customer. Improving service productivity. How? A question when developing strategy to improve service productivity. Normally organizations face this type of question at the time of improving productivity, service productivity. First, how to perform input, how to transform input into output efficiently will improving productivity hurt quality, will improving quality hurt productivity. Are employee or technology the key to productivity? Can customer contribute to higher productivity? Generic productivity improvement strategy. Typically strategy to improve service productivity include careful control of cost, at every stage in the service processes. Second strategy, efforts to reduce a wasteful use of material or labor or information. Third, replacing work a worker by automated machine. Next, installing expert system that allow uh, a professional to take on work seriously performed by professionals who earn higher salaries. Although improving productivity can be approached incrementally, measure gain often require redesigning entire processes. Means here the service process redesigning play vital role for the purpose of improving productivity. Above four strategy is used for the purpose of improving productivity. A long waiting time may indicate need for service process redesigning. Improving service productivity. First, operational driven strategy that include control cost, reduce waste, set productive capacity to match average demand, automate labor task, upgrade equipment and system, train employee, broadening area of tasks that a service worker can perform, leverage uh, less skilled employee to expert system, and service process redesigning. A customer driven strategy that include change the timing of customer demand, involve customer more in production, ask customer to use third party transaction. Backstage and front stage productivity change implication for customer that include backstage improvement can repeat to front and affect customer. It means you are just try to modify the backstage operation and front stage operation according to the perspective of customer, right? Keeping abreast of proposed backstage change not only to identify such rapid ripple but also to prepare customer for them. For example, new printing peripherals may affect appearance of bank statement. Front stage productivity enhancement are especially visible in high contact services. Here you are just try to modify your front stage for the purpose of improving productivity. Some improvement only require passive acceptance, while other require customer to change behavior. Must consider impact on customer and address customer resistance to change. Better to conduct market research first if change are substantial. A cause on cost reduction strategy. Absence of new technology, most attempt to improve service productivity seek to eliminate waste and reduce labor cost. Worker who try to do several things at once may perform each task poorly, right? If you are allocating multitasking to your employee, it means you are just try to reduce your productivity, right? They are performing all the tasks in a poor way. uh, Excessive pressure breed discontent and frustration among customer contact personnel who are caught between meeting customer need achieve and achieving management productive goal. Better to search for service process redesign opportunities that lead to improvement in productivity, simultaneously improvement in service quality, right? Next, summary, you just go through it. Thanks.